everyone, I want to talk about some help paying for IVF. It's extremely expensive, and I know me and my husband could not afford it. Right before we conceived London, we were looking for alternative ways to pay for it. I just did some research and I thought I would share the knowledge that I have for anybody out there who's just getting started. The first thing you guys want to do if you're new to TTC, after you've tried for 6 months or a year and you don't conceive, talk to your OB. Before you go see an RE or a infertility specialist, always start with your OB, and I've said that lots of times. They have a lot of knowledge when it comes to infertility, and their prices are so much better than infertility specialists or an RE. They sometimes will do IUI, or they will sometimes monitor you on drugs, and that will save you a ton of money. If you have to go to a infertility specialist, there are a lot of grants, there's a lot of financial assistance out there that a lot of people don't know about. So I'm going to read you a list that I found, so I'll be looking down, my notes are down here. And then if you guys find any more, link them in the comments. Let's try to get as much help as we can for people to help pay for infertility treatments. Everything I say, I will post the link in the description box, so don't worry. These are grants that I'm going to talk about first. So this is money that is given to you that you do not have to pay back. The first one is called Angels of Hope. It's for a free IVF. It's for a grant for a free IVF. It's done twice a year in April and September, and it's for the state of Illinois. The second one is Baby Quest, also a grant for an IVF. It's for couples and singles. It's for all over the U.S., and it's done March, July, and November. The third one is called Bucks, a grant for an IVF for couples living in Florida, and it's done in January and July. The fourth one is called CADE, a grant for an IVF. You can live anywhere in the U.S., and the applications are due by June 15th. The fifth one is called Fertile Dreams, grant for an IVF. You can live anywhere in the U.S., and they do it for 3 couples a year. The sixth one is Sparkles of Life. They do 5 couples a year, which is really good, and it's for the state of Texas. So you Texas ladies really need to check out Sparkles of Life. The next one is called Madeline Gordon, Gift of Life. It's for a grant for an IVF, and it's for the state of Ohio and the city of Cincinnati. The next one is called Pay It Forward. It's an IVF for the state of North Carolina, and they take applications all year round. The next one is called Sharing Hope. This is not a grant, it's financial aid. So it's financial assistance with an IVF. So they'll pay for some of it or a good portion of it, and it's for singles or couples, and it's anywhere in the U.S. So that's the grants that I found. And then I also found loans. Now, if you have great credit, then you could probably use Care Credit. That's the most popular medical credit agency. Like that, you can use that for dental, you can use that for medical, you can use that for IVF. I'm not sure what the credit score is required, but I think you have to have fair to good credit. If you happen to have bad credit, don't worry, there's help for you too. There is United Medical Credit. If you go on their website, I'll put the link below. I think your infertility doctor, your RE, needs to be participating with them, and a lot of them do. And they specialize in loans for IVF for people with not great credit. There's also a company called Capex MD Fertility Financing. This one I'm not that familiar with, but their site claims that they help people with not so great credit too. The next thing you can do is what a lot of people do, according to my RE, when we were talking about ways that people pay for such expensive fertility treatment, is take a 401k loan. Now you do get penalized for that, so it just depends on where you're at with TTC, how desperate you are. But the good news is you pay yourself back. You don't pay anybody else back. Those are just some of the companies that I found that are willing to help us out with paying for such expensive fertility treatments. Please, if you find anything else, link it in the comments. I know a lot of women too, I've heard a lot of women put it on a credit card. You know, they'll take one credit card with a high limit and put it on there and pay it off. So that's another idea that you can do. I'm sure there's lots of things that I don't know about as well. But I will make more videos like these if I come across anything that is helpful, that I think is helpful for us in the TTC community. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. Friend me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Yeah, tell him, London.